So this little soft touch thread pick also comes with, I had lost it there for a minute, but it also comes with this little cover. Because you're dealing with a very delicate point that you don't want to get bent, this little cover slides over and protects it, which is nice. And since it's so small, you could even still keep it in this little packaging, but it's small enough to keep in your little zipper bag with like your seam ripper and whatnot. What's so nice about this tool and who is going to use it, I guess is a good question. So the people who are going to use this are your quilters, or even if you have a quilt that you got quilted by a quilter. So this little guy, I think I've already lost a piece. Yeah, whatever. So this little guy is essentially, I don't know if you can even see it, it's a micro crochet hook. It's got a tiny, tiny little point on it, which is perfect. So what we use this tool for is when we have, especially when we've had a quilt quilted, this is a sample I just had laying around that I finished, it was a Christmas quilt. And so we have a light background fabric. So anytime we're dealing with, and this is one of the things I absolutely hate when quilting a quilt and having like white background, is any thread from either sometimes it's just a random thread that got caught between the white fabric and the batting, or sometimes it's a thread coming from a darker color fabric, or it's your thread that you pieced with, which is also why whenever you're working with white fabric, it's best you piece with a very light thread. So most quilters or piecers out there, they're using like a white, a cream, a light gray, a beige, something like that that is already on the lighter side. The only time that we like to use a darker thread when we're piecing is when we're dealing with darker fabrics. So if that seam were to be seen and those stitches were to be opened up at all, you're not going to see white thread on black fabric. You're going to see a darker thread, usually like a darker gray on a dark fabric. So with this little tool is when we have those threads behind our light fabric, it's still very pointy, even though it's a crochet hook or a tiny crochet hook. We're able to pierce the fabric rather easily and go right in there and not distort the weave of the fabric, but then we're able to go in there and grab whatever thread that is between the fabric and our batting, and then we're able to pull it out without causing any hole, without cutting a seam or anything like that. So also, some fabrics have a tighter weave than others, especially if we're working with a batik. But what's nice is it creates such a small hole, just pierce it really easy. And when we're done and we take it out, there may be a little needle penetration, like a little needle hole. And sometimes if it's really bad, you can spritz with a little bit of water, relax the fibers, and just kind of just play with it a little bit, and those weaves will kind of go back into place. And you'll never know it was even there. So this is a very, very nifty tool that as a long arm quilter, I use often. I wish I'd have known about this many years ago, but this is a fairly new discovery to us, thanks to another customer. But this is super, super nice. So remember that this product, I think they may have a different one on Merrily We Quilt Along's shop, which is in the link description below, and you get 10% off whenever you buy anything from their shop using my coupon code, which is just my name, CODY. So Holly, the owner of Merrily We Quilt Along, and her mom were kindly enough to agree to give my viewers a discount when they purchase anything from their shop from my videos. So check out their shop. They're a wonderful family-owned shop in Springfield, Missouri. So that is it. This is a super quick video. It's just one of those things. If you are a quilter, if you are a quilter, you've seen it, you've encountered it, dealing with light fabrics and having those threads underneath there after it's been quilted, and sometimes it's just very difficult to get to without taking out a seam or just fighting with it for a long time. Using this, you don't have to fight with it. That little hook at the end, which you can barely see, will grab that little thread and pull it right on out for you. But you can see the packaging here. All right, well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out the merchant shop. And as always, happy sewing.